What's up, ECFL? I know the game's not showing up at the moment. I'm trying to figure out why it's not showing for y'all. It should be coming up though. But you got Canes in here for right now until Dodger gets his setup going. Joining me in the booth is Blake. What's going on, man?
What's up?
So what you think about this game, Boston College and Army?
Well, I think Army has something to prove. In Boston College, they come off of a good season last season, so I'm ready to see, what they can do against this Army team.
Absolutely. There we go. Finally got some picture going. Sorry about that, guys. I don't know why it's been doing that lately. But we're going to start off with Boston College with the ball as they're going to hand off to Trick Picasso. We're going to have a throw here by Doobie out to just Blaze for 11. Brings up a first down here for the Eagles. They're going to send tight end in motion. Doobie's looking. He's going to air it out long. Oh, it's a touchdown as the defender misplayed the ball, and Houston Wilson's going to walk into the end zone.
That was a great throw by Doobie and great awareness by the receiver. The defender just overran him. Great awareness, though, to, catch the ball and stay in bounds.
Definitely. I mean, yeah, the defender just misplayed that. He kept running the deep route, and the receiver adjusted and was able to come back. That was Ayabusa Matunde, the senior, who gave up that long touchdown.
It only took them 34 seconds.
Yeah, and just like that, Boston College has a 7-0 lead.
All right, Army. Come out and see what you're going to do.
Trayvon Carter with the return. We'll see this Army offense. Ace King's going to go under center. He's handing it off to Maverick Rivers. Breaks off a one tackle, breaks off a second before, let's see, that's Millimeter Defeater and Justin Carr in there for the tackles.
I am here now.
And Dodgers in here as they hand off to Maverick Rivers again. He's got the first down.
That first run by Rivers was a good, hard-fought run for 6 yards. And then they come right back to him and got 9.
I'll let you take it over.
What was that?
I was saying I'll let you take it over.
Okay, sounds good. Yes, it is me, Dodger Life, in the booth. Sorry it took me a bit to get here. Sorry about that, Anthony. And sorry to the people watching right now. Had to get the good old car serviced, and then they took too long, and so, just the usual. Gonna start off here, Army with the ball down early, 7-0. 4-yard run for QB Ace King. Transfer they were able to bring in.
That was a good read option by the quarterback to keep it. He bounced off of a tackler and then stumbled across the first down marker.
King tries the same play again. This time it goes absolutely nowhere. Freshman defensive tackle Moses Weeks comes across, does not bite, and is able to get to King to haul him down for a loss.
And just to inform you, in case you missed it or you didn't hear, Boston College scored on like a 50 or 60-yard play. The defender overran him.
Wow. Yeah, I didn't quite see that. I saw it 7-0. I was about to ask how that happened, so yeah, makes sense. As we got a dump off there to Pickens, able to pick up 3. I believe he actually transferred over from Boston College to Army. As we see King trying to go long here, and he gets it to him. That is a touchdown for Mr. K-Dog. 48 yards, and we are on the verge of a tie ball game.
How did he catch that? That was great coverage by the defender. I mean, that's insane. That was good coverage by the defense, though.
Yeah, exactly. That ball was perfectly placed by King right into the hands of K-Dog, and there was not a whole ton that could be done by the defender there. That was number 56 cornerback Jayshon Blakely in coverage, a freshman, not able to keep up with the more experienced K-Dog who's been around for a couple seasons now, as he is also one who transferred over to Army from Boston College, as he actually ended up taking the reins of Army from Beard and is the head coach now over there at Army. And so this is his first time facing off against his former team, as, well, it's going to start off with a sack from Almadine Kolakovic, who is also a former Eagle. And Boston College's second drive starts out a little bit slow. For Boston College, they have freshman QB Donovan Doobie, who's going to get his second down play on a dump down to Just Blaze, who's going to pick up 4.
He's 3 for 3 tonight, so he's doing pretty good. He's, putting the passes where he needs to.
Yeah, efficient start. However, the O-line cannot hold up again. Kolakovic coming in with his second sack in 3 plays, and his second sack of the game at that. And that'll be a 3 and out.
Yeah, Boston College's offense struggled on that drive. Army's defense stepped up on that drive, so that was a great defensive series for Army.
Yeah, big time. It looked like on that third down play, they just brought the house, and the O-line for Boston College could not quite keep up. As Army's going to get really good field position to start out here. Trayvon Carter with a 17-yard return. We see King come out under center here. It's going to fake the handoff to Rivers. Toss down. Find an open receiver who shakes outside. And that's going to be good old K-Dog one more time. 23 yards on a heck of a little play there. Not as maybe fantastic as the touchdown catch, but still a really good job to bounce to the outside and get a heck of a block there from number 11.
Yeah, and King is also 3 for 3 as well for 74 yards and a touchdown.
Yeah, King also, like you said, really effective so far. As he's going to go back to him, but there's the first incompletion. Well covered. It's going to end up being 2nd and 10 here. They're inside the Boston College red zone now. Handoff Rivers, who will go nowhere as he got tripped up by Justin Carr. And that's not going to be any yards there, as they gave him actually a TFL for that, even though he didn't get any yards on that and he didn't go backwards. That's going to be a toss to the end zone. It's intercepted! Oh my goodness, what a coverage play there. That one tossed straight into the hands of, that is number 10, Andre Romano in coverage.
I believe he's a safety, if I'm not mistaken. That was a great
Yes.
read by him.
Romano, strong safety, one of the highest rated players on this Boston College team, able to pull away that interception and run right in front of the receiver Elijah Diggs. As Boston College is going to get set up here, gets 6 plays on the first play of the drive, and Doobie, with the time he has had, he has been effective, and like you said, 4 of 4 passing. However, that's been a problem. Full-on blitz coming in. Chris Gentry, one of the cornerbacks, coming in on a full-on blitz. As that is going to push him back to 3rd and 11, and I don't know if they got any sacks before I got here, but, well, the sack party is starting now. And there's a attempted screen to trick Picasso, who is going to lose one, and that's not the way you want to be going, as it's going to be another 3 and out, even if Doobie is perfect on the passing game. Unfortunately, that's not marching them any closer to the end zone right now.
Yeah, that first offensive series for Boston College went great, and these last two they've stumbled, and the Army's defense has really stepped up though in these last two possessions.
Honestly speaking, yeah. I think honestly, with teams like this, Army, they may not be the same team they had last year, and they may not be any App State or anything, but it feels like with a lot of these, like, bigger, higher tiered teams, you just gotta hope you can score on that first drive and that your defense can hold them. And, Army, the defending national champions, this year not having as good a season, but still a dangerous team with the tools they were able to bring in. And yeah, that's what I had to say there.
I mean, yeah, Army, they come out and they've started off um, kind of slow. I mean, this season, but K Dog, he come over, he took over, and I mean, he brought some really good players in, to the Army. So, I mean, it just takes a little bit of time to rebuild a team, and they'll eventually get there, and they'll be a contender again if they don't turn out to be one this season, they'll end up being a contender in the future.
Most definitely, like you said, a retooling job here. Honestly, taken over from uh, one of the ECFL legends, Beard, who has taken a step down from the head coaching position, and K Dog stepping up to take that position, and it should be interesting to see how he can rebuild this team back to, especially where they were last season, ending on horse of all in the national title game. As Trick Picasso tries to bounce it to the outside, but Bo Cannon comes in with the TFL. Is going to set up a 2nd and 11 now. Boston College trying to make up for any lost yardage there might have been there. As Chris Mills going to make a 2-yard catch. However, that's only going to bring it back to a 3rd and 10. If you're the Boston College offense, you got to take at least somewhat of a shot here. And they're going to take one, a very long one, and it's going to be incomplete. Complete coverage on that from Chris Gentry, just all over the receiver.
Yeah, great defensive play by the defensive back.
And again, another stalled out drive, and it's going to be another 3 and out, as that's going to be a punt return from Carter for 9 yards, as Army gets ready to come back out onto the field in this very low-scoring ball game to this point. Both teams do have a touchdown to their name. However, they have stalled out a bit on their last couple drives, as we see Maverick Rivers getting the ball on the handoff and somehow picks up 4 off of a run play to the outside that could have easily been shut down.
Yeah, that was a great run to pick up 4 yards.
This time King gonna throw it, and he's gonna get it out to J Money Jr., who's gonna pick up 8. Good little catch there from Money on the outside. King gonna come out in the shotgun. Gonna take the snap, gonna fake it. He's gonna read option one more time, and it's gonna work one more time. Ace King cutting straight up the middle, gonna pick up a large gain of 14, and he is back into positive yardage overall on the game. And off there to Rivers, who is gonna go absolutely nowhere. Picks up 3 and gets a little chunk of yardage, and that's what you gotta do. You just chip away.
Yeah, 2nd and 7. It's manageable.
Yeah, just gotta see if they're gonna pass it or throw or run it. I mean, they're gonna try and run it, and unfortunately, Rivers is gonna run right into 3 Boston College defenders. Not sure who all was in there on that tackle. The only number I saw clearly was number 5, the Pickle Man. Running there goes King. He's got some open field. Great tuck and run. Ace King picks up 17 out of where he could find no one to throw to, even though there probably was a man on the right side. Smart play to just run through the vacant hole.
Yeah, he couldn't find nobody, and I mean he took he tucked it and ran with it, but he got 17 yards out of that run. So
yeah, he did a really great job, like you said, just being able to find that opening. He tried again there. Unfortunately, that time he was bottled up, and looks like we're going to come down to the end of our first quarter here, and we have a very close ball game to this point. 7-all Boston College Army, live from West Point. We are back here with more ECFL action on Twitch. It is me, Dodger Life, with Mr. Anthony Grant now, formerly Blake Grant. What did you see there in that first quarter that you liked from both teams, that you think both teams can improve on? Just give us a little taste of what you kind of saw there.
Oh, I mean, that first drive, that first series for Boston College, I mean, they moved the ball pretty good down the field. And they actually scored on a 50 or 60 something yard pass. So I mean, that was good, and Army's defense struggled, but those last like the second and third series, they struggled and they couldn't move the ball, and Army's defense stepped up. Army, their series, they struggled on that first drive, but the second and third drive, they just, they've been able to move the ball down the field. But they've only been able to get, 7 points on the board, and now they just kick that field goal. So it's going to be a good, close game.
Should be interesting one here, as it is a 14-17 matchup here. Army and Boston College, like you said, should be a close game for the most part. Boston College coming back out here now in a 3-point hole. Going to come out of the I formation to start it off. Going to hand it off to Picasso, who's going to get bottled up by a team of Gentry and Malone.
Yeah, Army has been cued in on the run the past 2 or 3 drives, 4 drives. So if I was Boston College, I'd try to go to the pass a little bit more.
Yeah, and they're going to do just that as they go to Just Blaze, one of the top targets on this Eagles ball club. Blaze coming in with that one, going to make the catch in between the coverage on the corner route. Great play there to pick up the first. As they're going to come out once more in that I formation, hoping to get something going on the ground. And Picasso's going to try and bounce to the outside. Unfortunately, he got held up there. Tackle going to go to Bo Cannon, but you got to give some of the credit to number 3 there for Army. That is not Maverick Rivers. That is the defensive number 3, which is Jason Banks, a freshman. Going to quick drop here. Doobie gets it off before he gets absolutely creamed by Kolakovic. And that's going to set up a 3rd and 12 now, as 0 for 3 on the day on the 3rd down conversions. Looking to get there first.
And that was a great throwaway as well.
Yeah, really smart play there, able to get it off. But that time he goes a little short, tries to get it to Just Blaze, who will get 10. Unfortunately, they needed 12. And it's going to be a 4th down and another punt from the Army side of the 50. And it's gonna, let's see. I think it might be a touchback. No, pinned him at the half-yard line.
Wow, that was a great punt.
Incredible punt there as they hand it off to Rivers, who's gonna get right out of that hole immediately. Gonna cut it right up the gut and pick up a 1st down on the first play of the drive. And yeah, unfortunately that pin job by the punter quickly no longer an issue, as King's going to keep it this time, and he's going to do another tuck and run and pick up 9. Smart play there from King. King going to keep it one more time. This time it's going to be a read option. He's got more than open field. He's got maybe a house call, or maybe not. 49 yards still. Heck of a run. Heck of a job to fake out the defense. Some great blocks downfield by his receivers. And not a whole ton else that could have been done there.
Yeah, that was a great read option play by King. He pulled the ball. He seen the defender coming in down on the running back. He pulled it, and he got a 49-yard run out of that. So that's great.
Yeah, incredible run from King. The only person able to stop him was the leading man, Millimeter Defeater, who was able to haul him down there at the end, as King has now raced his way up towards the century mark already here in the first half, thanks to that massive run on the previous play. And he's going to run it one more time. This time, though, it maybe wasn't the right decision, and he's going to lose 6. A sack going to Wallace Russo. King, typically speaking, a very, very smart runner. Unfortunately, that time he went through his options, I think, a little bit too fast and decided to run with it, and I ran right into some defenders, and that time he overthrows his receiver, and it's going to be a 4th and 10, and we got a field goal attempt on our hands. And it will be good. 13-7 Army here midway through the second quarter. Army extends their lead. Oh, go ahead.
I was going to say, if you're Boston College, you got to count that as a win because they was driving down the field pretty good. So now your offense needs to come out and get some points on the board.
Yeah, big time. You got to get something rolling here for if you're the Eagles. And I mean, you've tried some stuff, but you got to really just pick one way or the other, it feels like right now. The run game has not been super consistent, and it looks like they're going to try it one more time. And, well, it's going to go exactly how it went the previous however many times. I think 5 times or something like that.
Yeah. Army is queuing in on the run. They can't do anything on the run. They need to go back to the pass. They was doing good with the pass.
Yeah, totally. As they're going to try and throw it here, and unfortunately that one just flutters to the ground. Too much coverage. As it'll end up being a 3rd and 11, and, there's only one option here. And they picked the right one, and unfortunately the blocking fell apart as Sonny V's in with the big TFL and the sack.
Yeah, that's a big coverage sack. The Army secondary had everything locked up.
Yeah, Army's defense just doing a great job in coverage. That seems to be the stronger side of the ball for them so far. The offense has stalled out a bit, but I mean, if you can get this offense back to where it was last season, this Army team can be a real dangerous squad to deal with. As overall defensively, they are still really good.
And Rivers with 10 rushes for 63 yards tonight, he's having a great game as well.
Yeah, Rivers has been a good little piece on the ground. Great player to bring in from Duke in the transfer portal over the off season, as he's going to take another handoff here, and he's got a heck of a hole, and he almost has a house call. He's going to get 21 on that and get down inside the Boston College 10-yard line. Now we're seeing why they got him.
Yeah, great run by Rivers on that play. Now you're on the 6-yard line. It's time to punch it in here.
And King's going to be the one to do it, as that's going to be a touchdown for the Black Knights. Ace King runs it in, 20-7, pending the extra point. Ace King shows off his legs one more time.
That was again a great read option play. You know, that read option is hard to stop, especially if you got a good running back and a good quarterback like King and Rivers. So I mean, look at the yardage difference. It's insane. Boston College needs to, they need to get a drive together and try to get this momentum to change.
Yeah, honestly, I think if you're Boston College, like you said, you got to start rolling with the passes and not try to keep forcing the run. Unfortunately, they come out in a run pattern. Offset eye, going to hand it to Picasso, and that time it's going to work, actually, as he's going to pick up a big chunk. 17, Trick Picasso finally gets some good blocking and shakes free of a couple tacklers to pick up a good chunk on that first play of the drive.
Yeah, that was a great run by Picasso, getting a 17-yard run on the first down. Let's see if they can, move the ball a little bit more. I mean, the run worked for him on that first down. He just got 6 yards on the second down. So, I mean, it's working, but it's not working.
Exactly, and I think ultimately Boston College, they're looking to go with the run. They really want to run it a lot right now, it looks like. However, unfortunately, they have been stopped up quite a bit. However, that time it'll work pretty well. 9-yard Trick Picasso bouncing to the outside. And it looks like Boston College has just run up some better formations in the run game right now, and Army just not able to quite get past any of the blockers that are in the way. And that time it's going to work pretty well again. 7 yards. Trick Picasso finally getting his seat under him a bit. And he is getting the... hand off there, Picasso, one more time. He's going to get a first. 6 yards. Trick Picasso, the freshman running back. He's starting to get a little bit going here.
Yeah, the last 3 or 4 runs, he's gained at least 6 to 7 yards every time.
And they're going to go right back to him, and he's going to do it one more time. 7 yards. Trick Picasso, finally, they're drawing up some really great plays here. Not running it out of that straight eye formation, instead running the offset eye, and for the most part, it's worked really well to this point. However, we're back to the straight eye.
I mean, the straight eye worked. The straight eye worked of a couple of plays. I mean, I did see him running straight eye a couple of plays in this series so far, and he's gained 6 or 7 yards, but it's not working all the time.
No, I feel like the straight eye may not be the most effective play right now for them. However, that's going to work pretty well, and that's going to be a touchdown. Trick Picasso brings them back within 6. Boston College touchdown.
That is what Boston College needed for, to get the momentum, a little bit of momentum back. That was a one-back set. They shifted the tight end to the right side, and the wide receiver made a great block on the outside. That was a great play by Boston College.
Yeah, incredibly efficient drive there from Boston College. The interesting point there, they did not throw one pass on that drive. 8 plays, 70 yards, all runs. And like I mentioned throughout the drive, great job from the coach and the offensive coordinator to call up some really great run plays that had some solid blocking out in front and just ran whatever direction they needed to, and it seemed like all blocking went that way and just opened up every hole pretty much for Picasso.
Yeah, and it seemed like the head coach heard me talking because I was talking about the run not working for them and they needed to go back to the pass. He said, "Here, hold my beer and watch this."
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, he went with the good old just shove them one way and hopefully they can't get past you. And it worked pretty darn well that time. Now Army gonna end up running a 2-minute drill here. King gonna keep it one more time, and somehow that guy doesn't go after him who's standing right there, and he's gonna pick up 17 as he's now over 100 yards on the ground in our first half.
Yeah, King has had a great game running the ball, and it's mainly all off of read options.
Yeah, a good mix, I think, for King so far. He's run some good read options. Those have been the biggest ones. And although he is going to throw one here to Mr. Elijah Diggs, one of the biggest names from the freshman class last year, coming in now as a sophomore in his second season, looking to build upon the heck of a season he had in his first year.
Yeah, Elijah Diggs. He was a big-time receiver for Army last season. He's looking to continue it this season. I believe he is their number one receiver this year as well.
Yeah, it wouldn't be surprising to me, even with a different QB back there. However, this time King's going to run the read option and run into the defeater himself, millimeter defeater, coming in with the tackle after 3 yards. And River is going to take the handoff off of a read option and somehow get past the tacklers, get out of a nearly impossible crunch down there in the middle, and he bursts free for an Army touchdown, and we are back to a 13-point ball game.
Yeah, he broke 2 or 3 tackles on that play, and I mean he was bouncing off his own players too, like a pinball. But he got, he stayed up and he got that touchdown.
Yeah, Rivers, an incredibly smart and hard-nosed run there, as that was a heck of a touchdown. 18 yards to the house, and there's still a minute and a half left for Boston College to get back within 6. Oh, what a block! I'm going to show it again. Dang it. I don't know if you saw it, but Wilson had an open hole, and Blaze just flattened the living daylights out of someone.
He murdered that defender on that kickoff. Wow.
Yeah,
here's where I would start passing with Boston College, though. I would start passing on this drive.
And while they do listen exactly, now it's their turn for the 2-minute drill. Army took way under 2 minutes on their drive, so Boston College has got some time, and they got to run that 2-minute drill, and it's going to work out pretty well to start off. Just Blaze with a little route on the sideline. And now they're going to go back over the middle, and that's going to be Christopher West, the freshman, picking up 6. Out in the shotgun. West motions over. Quick drop. Pressure coming. Going to toss it out, and that's going to work. 8 yards to Chris Mills. And the Boston College offense slowly moving down the field with just enough pace.
Yeah, they still have enough time. I mean, they're only like 36, 37 yards away. And that was a great pass, a great play to Chris Mills again.
Yeah, Mills coming in now to be a decent piece, it looks like, as he hauls that one in for a gain of 8. 1 minute exactly remaining, as that one is going to be chucked past the head of Blaze, and luckily not thrown into a defender's hands.
Yeah, he led Blaze a little bit too far on that play.
Going to go under center here, going to hand it off to Picasso and try to get the run game going in. Well, it's going to go one more time. 9 yards, trick Picasso, almost pulling off a Maverick Rivers impression there.
Yeah, and they're almost into the red zone.
Yeah, they're right on the door as he's going to throw it into Just Blaze, who's going to get in the red zone and get past the first down marker, and they are inside the 10 with 45 seconds remaining. Snap to Doobie. He's going to look to throw to the end zone. No, he's actually going to throw it outside to Robert P. Mason.
Here's where you need to take your time and make sure, you're checking your reads because you don't want to throw an interception here.
Well, luckily, that was actually dropped. That's actually probably better for them. Works as a pseudo timeout as they have one timeout left, 23 seconds left here. Ball settled at the 7-yard line. Gonna look to throw, and oh no. They're gonna have to either no huddle it or call that timeout right now. Sonny D's getting another tackle. A massive sack.
Yeah, that's a big sack by Army right there at the end of this half. Like you said, well, they're going to go for a field goal, so they still got enough time. They're going to let it run out down to about 2 seconds before they kick it.
Yeah, interesting call here. I wonder if they're going to get the ball back to start off the second half, but they are going to kick the field goal, and it's going to be a 10-point ball game at the end of our first half here on ECFL Action on Twitch tonight. 27-17 Army.
Army receives second half.
Okay, that's kind of what I assumed when I got in here and saw Army had the ball about midway through the first quarter. So, an interesting play that they decided to kick the field goal instead of going for it. But it is halftime now as we take a look at some of the highlights. Anthony, what do you think you saw that you liked from both sides? We'll go with both sides.
Army on their side, their defense has stepped up that first half from that first drive. I mean, ever since the first drive, the Army's defense has been on fire. Their offense has started clicking too. I mean, you see 217 rushing yards. You don't hardly ever see that in an ECFL game. You don't see 217 rushing yards in the first half, let alone. The time of possession is really not that much difference. Like Boston College, they need to go back to the pass. The run, it worked for them on that one drive, but I mean, you got 35 yards rushing in one half. They need to start going back to what's working for them.
Yeah, exactly. I think unfortunately for them, those rush yards are way more down because of the amount of sacks that they've sustained. Their O-line just not really able to hold up a whole ton against the pass rush from Army, as we see the success Army has had on their last 5 drives. Only one punt, actually, as it's been touchdowns and field goals for the most part. Handoff there go to Rivers, and Rivers going to get all the way down towards the first down marker, 10 yards for Maverick Rivers, as he is now also over the century mark. I believe he already was before the half, as the 1-2 punch of King and Rivers are both up over 100 yards already. And there goes Rivers one more time, 6 yards.
Yeah, King and Rivers, like I said, they're possibly one of the best quarterback running back duos in the ECFL, according to this game anyways. So I mean, the K-Dog and them put a great game plan together, and it's working for them.
Exactly. Army just really taking advantage of the skills they have, and that's the run game has looked like. Although I thought he was going to be stopped, and he proved me wrong big time. 17 yards. Rivers looked like he was about to be stuffed up, and he burst free from the tackle. Impressive run from Rivers as he picked up 17 on what was almost a blown play in the backfield. Quick drop, King gonna throw. He's gonna throw it outside, and he's gonna find a receiver. The tight end, Slim Pickens, coming in with the big hauling in at the sideline catch. 11 yards, and that's a first down. As they're going to come out here. Going under center is King. I formation one more time. Handoff. No, going to throw it again. Really great play action as he quickly tossed it back to Pickens, and Pickens is going to get the first down.
11 for 14 and 141 yards, 1 TD and 1 interception. He's having a good night tonight.
Yeah, pretty efficient for the most part. As that's going to be a run to Rivers, picking up 7. And he continues to get it going on the ground as the Army's offense is marching downfield once again. King going to throw again. Pressure was coming at him, and it's be a catch and a first down. Slim Pickens picks up 5, and that is an Army first down again. Ball settled down at the 5-yard line. Motion over. We're going to have almost a triple option, but that's going to be a loss of 4. Ronnie Baldwin coming across with the big ECFL. He did not get tricked on that play. They tried to fake the handoff to Rivers, and he was waiting. Pickens going to make a catch. However, that's going to be a screen pass that goes nowhere. It's going to end up being a 3rd and goal as now they have been pushed back to the 10. Going to look to throw, and oh no. 3rd down screen.
3rd down
Another
screen.
0.
Sometimes they work. Sometimes, most of the time they don't. Kicking field goal, though, I mean, it'll put them up 13 points.
Yeah, exactly. This is going to be their biggest lead of the game. Again. Nope. Their biggest lead of the game again, as they have been up by 13 before, and they are going to be up again by 13. As Just Blaze gets a solid return there, 34 yards, as we take a look at kind of what's been the killing blow for Boston College to this point, and that's been not able to block out this defensive line and ultimately the rush they've been able to bring against Doobie. Going under center is Doobie. Going to see what they're going to go with here. They're going to try the run again, and, it's going to be pretty darn effective! Trick Picasso, he's running it all the way almost down to the 20-yard line. Trick Picasso starts off the drive, and he is over 100 yards on the ground now.
Great run by Picasso, breaking, 1 or 2 tackles and getting downfield. Like you said, he's over 100. 15 rushes for 120 yards, so he's doing good tonight as well. Along with, the quarterback and running back from Army.
Yeah, he's been pretty effective ever since that slow start to the game. However, that time, he's going to run into the waiting arms of Chris Gentry, who just laid a pounding on him.
Yeah, Gentry hit him pretty hard. I mean, he still gained 3 yards out of that, but Gentry said, you ain't getting past me today.
Yeah, coming out in the wishbone formation this time. Hand off Picasso, and he's got a hole, and he's got a touchdown. Number 2. Rick Picasso bringing it back to a 6-point ball game.
Great run up the middle by Picasso. I believe he went untouched there as well. So that was a great, play call by Boston College. And it puts them up within 6.
Yeah, pretty good play called there. Like you said, almost untouched. I think he may have been touched for like 1 second, but that may have just been because he was cutting back and forth. And Trayvon Carter going to start off with a 34-yard kick return as we take a look at A long throw. Oh, the earlier touchdown. That's what we're looking
That
at.
was the first touchdown of the game.
Okay. I guess we're just going to take a look at all the passes. But yeah, Boston College, although we have had a few passing touchdowns here in the game, and I guess all the scores, that's what we're looking at. I was very confused for a second. Boston College really has been able to find their ground game, and that's been what has kind of kept them in this ball game for the most part. Yes, they've had some effective passes, but they have also been effective on the ground, and that's kind of been a little more of the calling card so far, as Elijah Diggs is going to make a good catch there on what could have easily been an interception.
Yeah, that was very close to being an interception, and it possibly could have been a house call.
As Rivers is going to roll over a man and pick up 10, almost get a first down. Second and inches now, as he is up over 150 on the game. Going back to the I formation. See if they run it this time. They've passed it the previous few times. And pass it again they will, and it works really well. 13 yards, slim pickings. This has been a really effective way of moving their offense down the field, running some good plays, and then just throwing some passes when they've needed to out of that I formation. A lot of good play action, as Rivers is going to make it on a 5-yard catch out of the shotgun. Very efficient night from King, 17 of 20 through the air for 174. Handoff there to Rivers. Rivers going to run forward and get a first down. 9 yards, Maverick Rivers, as Army is marching towards getting this back to a 13-point ball game. Going under center again, offset I formation. Rivers bounces forward for 8 as he spins all the way down inside the 15-yard line. Shotgun set. King takes the snap. Quick drop. Pressure's coming. He dumps it down to Diggs, who picks up 5, and that's going to be an Army first down. Fake handoff, keeper King. King bounces to the outside. He's going to option it, and that's going to be a touchdown. Freshman receiver J Money Jr. to the house on the tricky little option play there.
That was a great play by King. He held it to the very last second, and then right when they hit him, he pitched it.
Yeah, really great vision from King there to see Money running along the outside and taking that pitch play off of the option, and not be one of those plays that I remember all too well from this sim of when you pitch it on the option in the backfield and then it's a fumble.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I can remember that going both ways for me, when I was the team scooping it and scoring it, and vice versa. And there's the handoff to Picasso, and he's going to run it for 2. He probably could have had some more there if he hadn't cut back into the defender. Bo Cannon bringing a little bit of a pounding on to Picasso there. 2nd and 8. Gonna come out in a shotgun formation here. Interesting call. Should be interesting to see what they do here. They're gonna throw it in. The rush was coming. However, that's gonna be an effective play. Shaking off a tackle or 2. Nick Griffin the first for 29 yards.
Great play by Boston College. Their receiver got out in the open. He broke 1 tackle, and the next defender broke 2, and then the third one brought him out.
Yeah, Griffin, heck of a catch there. Really great play to just shake free a few tackles and get open space. Handing off Picasso. There's a lot of tacklers coming, but he finds the hole, and he's got another first down. 15 yards, Trick Picasso. He's up over 150 also.
Great run and great ball carrier vision by Picasso.
Yeah, smart running from Picasso as he is now in the backfield as the lone back. He's going to take the handoff, and he almost gets to the outside, but Kolakovic got him down before he could shake free of all the defenders. Could come out in the straight eye formation. Picasso bounced to the outside, but unfortunately the first half plays have come back, and Jason Banks gets another TFL as the bounce to the outside play doesn't work again.
Yeah, Army's defense, they got that outside locked down.
Mm-hmm. They're gonna throw. Well, they tried to throw it. Jason Banks and the entire defensive line and front seven brought the house, and that is a sack. And it's going to be a 4th and very long, and it's going to have to be a field goal attempt to bring it back to 10. 50-yarder. Going to take a heck of a kick here. It is up. It is good. 10-point ball game. Boston College inches back to where they were at the end of the first half, as we got a minute and a half remaining in this ball game. Oh, in this third quarter, not the ball game yet. As Carter going to return it, and he's going to get 20. No, not Carter. Diggs that time. I'm so used to seeing Carter be the one running it back. As we see Army's overall effectiveness to this point, lots of points scored on pretty much all of their drives ever since about midway through the second quarter. Motion over, gonna hand it off to Rivers, but Rivers is only gonna pick up 2, as that is number 5 coming in with the tackle there. The Pickle Man again. Quick drop. Gonna keep it. King bounced to the outside. He's got a hole. He's got a block. He shoves off a man. He almost shoved another, and he picks up 18. Ace King joining the running party, as he has not done that in a little bit, and he waits to the exact moment that he needed to do it.
Yeah, great run by King. He shoved off 2 defenders. That third one pushed him out, but that was a great run all the way around.
And most definitely, as they're going to have a fake here. Play action again. It's going to be effective one more time. Slim Pickens waiting there on one of the most effective plays for them all night. That little play action rollout into the pass to Pickens. Going under center again. Quick drop, no play action this time. Gonna run it, and he's gonna slide down 5 yards. Coming out in the shotgun. Gonna fake the handoff. Throw it out. And oh my goodness, it was almost intercepted. Terrence McBride comes across with the deflection.
Bad play by King. He almost got that picked off, and that would have been a house call. There was nobody in front of him.
Yeah, most certainly. If the only thing could have stopped him was his own teammate there, as Drew Stowe coming in with a 2-yard catch. However, that is going to be another field goal attempt, and it's going to be about a 49.5-yarder. The kick will be up. And it will be good. We're back to a 13-point ball game. 4 seconds left in the third quarter. 40-27 Army. Turn from Blaze. He gets some blocks. He's got a hole. And he's going to get up to about the 30-yard line. 27-yard return for just Blaze. And that's going to bring an end to our third quarter. Anthony, let him know what time it is.
Put your fours up in the chat. It is time for the fourth quarter. This has been a great game. Let's see how this game finishes.
Yes, sir. It's been very back and forth. Boston College has been climbing the hill pretty much ever since the second quarter, and they haven't been able to quite get over the hump as Picasso picks up 6 there, and he's really been their go-to man ever since this middle to end of the second quarter, and he's been effective on the ground. And he's going to keep it. And he's going to get down past the first down marker. 6 yards. Trick Picasso is going to get another first. He only needs 32 more yards to get to 200 on the game. Unfortunately, that will not help, as that's going to be a loss of 3. Ran right into the waiting arms of Dante Grimm with the TFL. All at the 40-yard line now. It's a 2nd and long. They're going to come out in the shotgun. Smart play to probably throw it here. Uh-oh, pressure's coming. Throws it out. Oh, my goodness. Drop pass.
He dropped it and the defender almost picked it off.
Yeah, incredibly dangerous play there. Could have been a lot of bad on that side. As we got a play here. Doobies. Oh, no, he's going to get sacked again. It's 4th and forever, and Kolakovic picks up his 3rd sack of the night. Kolakovic, the former Eagle, haunting his former team here tonight.
This Army defense has been on fire since the 2nd or 3rd drive of the game. They have been bringing the house. Their secondary's been locking everything down. The defense in the Army has really stepped up this game.
Yeah, big time, as they're going to get a good punt return here. Trayvon Carter, 10 yards. As we take a look at the effective ground game from Army, Maverick Rivers leading the charge, as he has just been a big piece of their offense all night long. As he is inching towards 200, just like Picasso and King, as Maverick Rivers, only 1 touchdown on the night, but 171 on the ground on 22 carries. And he's going to take one more carry, and he's going to bounce it up to the outside, and he's got a first down, shaking off 2 defenders, 12 yards, and he is getting closer and closer to that 200-yard mark.
That was a delayed handoff, and it worked pretty well for him. I mean, he got the first down.
Not always the most effective play call, but it worked that time. And this time he's going to pick up 3, and that's going to help at least a little bit. What could have been blown up in the backfield, he dove forward. Great, smart running from Rivers to just fall forward on every tackle, or on every run. King going to throw it this time, get it right over the middle to a man he has not called the name of in a while. K-Dog with his first catch since the first quarter. That's a first down for the Army Black Knights.
Yeah, and he has 3 receptions for 82 yards.
Yeah, 3 really big catches has been his calling card so far, as Rivers going to run it again. That's 10 yards, and he is 4 away from 200.
Army has 347 rushing yards.
Yeah, putting up a little bit of that North Dakota State light running game. As we got a good catch there. Drew Stowe on the outside picks up 11, and that's going to be another Army first down as they are in the red zone now. Shotgun set again. Snap to King. King's got pressure coming, and it's going to be caught, and that's going to be a touchdown. Elijah Diggs.
23 for 27 and 252 yards, I believe it said. That Boston College defender almost got his hand on that ball as well.
Yeah, very high risk, possible high reward play there as he tried to swat that one away. Unfortunately, it just got past his hand, and there was nothing waiting in between the end zone and Elijah Diggs on that play after the diving attempt. As we take a look again at the absolute monster night from Almadine Kolakovic, who has just been a nightmare all night for this Boston College offensive line. a former friend turned foe, Kolakovic, just absolutely dominating here tonight. Quick drop, throwing down. That's a catch for Chris Mills, picking up 5.
That was a great, catch by Mills. They haven't used Mills as much tonight. 4 receptions for I think it's like 23 yards. It said, I believe, or 32 yards, something like that.
Yeah, not a ton from him as they are now going strictly to the passing game. It seems like going to Houston Wilson there, maybe one of their biggest gets from the off season, as he was able to come over here from Baylor and make a little. Wait, no, he came from Texas. Did he? No, he came from Texas Tech. That's right. And he got a first down catch there. Houston Wilson coming into the game now. I always confuse him with the other Wilson, I think.
Yeah, he's got 3 catches for 79 yards. Most of his yards come on that one big play at the beginning of the game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's been a majority of where he's kind of made his money here tonight, just like K-Dog on the other side. As Chris Mills is going to make a 3-yard catch there, and he could have had a lot more, but he got bounced backwards very quickly. Quick drop, looking to throw, and ooh, the pressure was coming, and good thing that wasn't intercepted. Marcus Malone came creeping over, and he didn't really put up his hands, just kind of went off his helmet. Quick drop, Doobie gonna look to throw again, and he's gonna get it to a receiver. Oh no, it's a fumble! I almost wonder if that's gonna end up being an incomplete pass instead. I don't know if he had enough time to make a football move.
I would challenge that.
Yeah, that's close. Wilson had it, and he dropped it, and they're calling it a fumble. And, yep, we're going to have a review, because I do not think that he had any time to make a football move there, and he might have been down.
He was down.
Yeah, that's very close. Yeah, he's down. First, yep. They actually are going to give him the catch there. I would have been on the verge of possibly calling that an incompletion because he did not have time, as they say, to make a football move. And, well, they're going to get a toss-off here to Blaze after that interesting sequence to Wilson.
7 receptions for 77 yards for Blaze.
Yeah, pretty decent game from Blaze here tonight. He is one of their top targets for Boston College. And I think they just got to start getting it to their big receivers, especially with time ticking down here. Gonna look to throw it outside this time, and it's gonna work. 6 yards. Chris Mills dives right to the marker.
Great job by Mills of being aware where that first down marker was and getting that first down for his team.
Snap here, Doobie looking to throw. He almost gets sacked again, and he barely gets it away. Smart throwaway there as we see the discrepancy in yardage. 347 to 575. Army has just really been taking over the game ever since about in the second quarter. It's felt like I don't think they've had a drive where they haven't scored at least 3 points. As Kolakovic again.
Yeah, and over 350 yards of that 575 is rushing yards.
Exactly. Big running game for Army. And that's kind of been their bread and butter here tonight, even though they've thrown some good passes as well. And, third down screen is back. 5 yards. Could have gone somewhere. It went nowhere. And they're going to go for it because, why not? You're down by 20. And there's 3.5 left. And they're going to throw it because you can't really do much else here, and, well, that's definitely not what they wanted to do. Ended up just throwing it away. Not a smart play there. And He probably could have dumped it down to that receiver and hoped he could have shake free for some yards, but that's most likely, unless something goes haywire here, might begin to put the nail in the coffin.
Yeah, I believe we're going to see a lot more running from Army. I mean, they've been running all night, but Rivers is 1 yard away from 200 yards rushing in this game.
Yeah, I'm pretty darn sure he's going to get it right here on this play. Yep, he got it, and he got more than that. 5 yards for Maverick Rivers, and that's 204. Heck of a night from Maverick Rivers. Shotgun set now for King. They're going to go ahead and probably throw it here.
I think they're going to start running clock.
Yeah. Smart play here. Boston College still has 3 timeouts, but Army is knocking on the door of ending this ball game. It would take a miracle at this point from Boston College. Snap going here. They're going to fake the handoff, and King's going to get the first down with ease. 10 yards, Ace King. He's up near 150 now. King going to go back under center now. Clock ticking down. Boston College realizing their fate is most likely at hand. And Maverick Rivers is going to end this evening even more. 14 yards, and he is inching closer and closer to 250. I don't think he's going to get to it, but still a great one here.
This is going to be the last play of the game.
Yeah, as he's going to run forward for 8, and that's going to, like you said, end our ball game. Heck of a night from Maverick Rivers. 29 carries, 226 yards, and a touchdown. I think, honestly, you could give the player of the game to either him or Ace King. Either one, I think they're both going to be on the player of the week nods, as he's actually going to run one more play, 16 yards, and he's going to get up to 242, and that'll end our ball game here tonight. Army wins 47-27. Give us your last little bit of analysis, Anthony.
Yeah, that was a great showing by Army's offense. I mean, and their defense as well. Their defense stumbled that first drive, but they picked it up, and then their offense just started clicking. I mean, like I said, you got a killer duo between King and Rivers, and they showed the reason why. They're one of the best duos in the ECFL. I mean, with that running that they've done tonight. So, I mean, if you're Boston College, you just bounce back next week.
Yeah, big time. If you're Boston College, you showed some great signs of life here. You got some stuff to work on and work with, like that man right there, Trick Picasso, who had a really solid little game here. But that's going to be the end of our broadcast here tonight. Thank you for joining us. Stay tuned for Fresno State and North Dakota State. It has been me, Dodger Life, and Anthony Grant. Good night. All right, I believe we are off now. So, good call, man.